Hi there, I'm Beth, and this week I want to introduce a new product that we'll be selling at bethramsden.com. These are 3D printed neck adapters to connect the Obitsu body to a Blythe head. They were designed and printed by my husband and will include one of our existing neck joints to offer full articulation. Hi, we've been working on these a long time. My supporters on Patreon have seen lots of different iterations, and some of them have been testing these out as well, so a big thank you to them. As you can see, they are FDM 3D printed. We wanted to develop an Obitsu neck adapter that would work in conjunction with our existing neck joints. This method of printing is quicker and cleaner than resin for us, which is the other type of neck adapter I've seen most commonly, other than metal ones. You'll receive one neck adapter and one neck joint, plus a screw to install them with your purchase. They'll combine together like this with the longer protrusion facing forward. My husband actually developed a new neck joint recently, one which is intended to fit the new Good Smile Company Blythe head mould. You'll see here, compared to the original neck joint, that it's just a little wider. This is because the neck cavity inside the Good Smile Company head is wider. Our wider neck joint is only intended for the Good Smile Company head sculpt, and our original size neck joint is intended for the TBL or DBS head sculpt. Please note that the neck joint is not likely to be compatible with these specific types of open mouth faceplate. This is because the inside of the faceplate is structured differently than the more commonly available TBL or DBS sculpts. As you can see in these screenshots, the area where there's normally a box which contains the neck joint is blank. This is due to the open mouth moulding. Instead of the box, they've included a flat bar on pegs. Because the bar has no sides, it cannot hold the neck joint securely. Because of this, I strongly recommend opening and inspecting the inside of your Blythe head before purchasing a neck joint. Now, on to the compatible body types. As the name suggests, these Obitsu neck adapters are intended only for the genuine Obitsu body. This is an Obitsu 22 body. It has a solid plastic internal skeleton with vinyl shells covering the torso and abdomen. As they come, they already have front and back articulation in the lower neck area and side-to-side articulation in the upper neck. However, due to the large size and weight of the Blythe head, this somewhat flimsy neck cannot support it, and it ends up flopping around. These bodies come with different shaped pieces to attach to the top of the neck as standard. There is another size of Obitsu body that our neck adapters are compatible with. This is the Obitsu 24 body. As you can see, with their feet in line, the 24 body stands a little taller. Let's start by installing the standard TBL or DBS head onto the 22 body. I've removed the scalps so we can easily see the difference in interior sculpt shape. Here you can see the two halves of the box which hold the neck joint. From above we can see the size of the hole here, and from below it looks like this. Using the narrower neck joint intended for the sculpt, let me show you the fit. You should be able to push it in with a reasonable amount of force, and you can see how it looks from below and from above. This head is a little different. It's an icy head sculpt, which has a distinctive looking face. Looking inside, it seems very similar to TBL or DBS sculpts, but we can see it has a smaller hole when looking from above and below. I am testing our regular neck joint here for the first time on the icy head, and can immediately see that it's too small to fit snugly. I will try our wider neck joint on this head a little later. This head belongs to my Dear Forest Deer, a recent release by the Good Smile Company. Look for the lettering on the back of the head to make sure the head you have is a genuine Good Smile Company one. Looking from below and above, we can see it has a much wider open hole. The reason for this is that connected to the original body is this slightly squishy neck piece. You can see it creates a larger surface area for the head to clamp around. As you can see here, the regular neck joint is too narrow to fit properly and rattles around. But our new style wider neck joint fits properly. I do recommend test fitting your neck joint like this before you disassemble your Obitsu body. I'll put aside the icy head for now and concentrate on installing these two heads. The nice thing about using an Obitsu body is that the process is non-destructive and reversible. The only tool you should need is a cross or Phillips head screwdriver, a smallish one. Simply unscrew the attachments from the top of the neck. Keep these safe. Next, pull out the arm pegs like this. Once removed, we're able to slide up and off the vinyl torso piece. Inside is the articulated torso. Hold the abdomen area firmly with one hand and with the other wiggle and pull off the torso piece. Keep this safe along with the neck pieces you removed in case you want to change the head again. This torso piece is what we measured and modelled our own neck adapter from. As you can see, our solid version offers stability for the heavy, oversized Blythe head. Looking inside the abdomen piece, we can see the peg which is attached to articulated pieces which give the body side to side and front to back motion. It is possible to tighten these pieces if you find them too loose. Making sure the peg is centralised and pointing straight up, align it with the lower hole on the neck adapter. It is easier to do this with one hand stabilised on your desk, but just carefully wiggle and slide the two pieces together. You should find that once properly attached, the legs will not drop off. Now we can slide back on the vinyl torso covering, and if you wish, push the arms into the new armholes. They are a secure fit and don't reduce the original articulation at all. Next, we will attach the neck joint. The cap in the middle can be rotated and pushed out like this. The screw, which came included with your neck adapter, will need to be pre-threaded into this cap. Please be very careful with how you hold the cap as you twist the screw in. Try not to hurt your hand if the screwdriver slips. Once the screw has been threaded through like this, simply screw it into the neck hole. There is no need to drill a hole with this neck adapter. Again, be careful with how you hold the body. You can remove the arms or wrap the body in a towel to get a better grip. You can see the cap, once fully tightened, will cover the top of the vinyl neck. Hold on to the chest area firmly as you securely tighten the screw. Now we can reattach the collar part of the neck joint. The split front makes this very easy. The flat area should be facing upward and the screw should be sitting quite flush. Pushing the shorter side of the neck joint into the back plate first, followed by the front half, which would have the scalp attached usually. close together both sides of the head. At this point, I would recommend you test the eye mechanism and reinsert all of the screws. Please do this before you attempt any side-to-side or back and front motion of the neck. The first time you use the neck joint, it will be quite firm and can be noisy. The friction of the side-to-side and front-to-back motion quickly loosens this up a little. As you can see here, the front and back headpieces are gapping slightly. This is because the screws are not installed. Again, please do as I say and not as I'm showing you here. Put your screws in first. As you can see though, our neck joint gives the Obitsu body fantastic stability and head articulation. Your doll will be so expressive with this new body. Next, since I already have the cap on this body, I'll try the icy head. The original sized neck joint is definitely too small, so let me try our new Good Smile Company wider neck joint. The cap in the middle is the same for both neck joints, so I can easily swap out the collar parts. It is a much tighter fit, but if I press the front half into the faceplate first, then it seems I'm able to close up the head fully. I am a little concerned that this neck joint is ever so slightly too wide for the icy head, and if you were to try this combination, I might recommend that you sandpaper down the sides of the neck joint first to make it a touch narrower. It does seem to work very well though, and again, please install your screws before moving the head around. It is a very snug fit, so I'm going to use these pliers to help me pull it out of the faceplate. Since we now have the wider neck collar in place, let's try the Good Smile Company head. I install the neck joint just as before, making sure my cords aren't twisted inside. And as you can see, she has perfect mobility without rattling around. Her head can rotate side to side as well, of course, and if you find this motion to be loose, it will be because you need to tighten the screw a little more. Finally, I would like to install my dear forest deer back onto her Obitsu 24 body. We found that the internal torso part of each body was the same size, and that they only fit perfectly into genuine Obitsu bodies. I have a knockoff version of an OB24 body that did not fit our neck adapter well. As before, remove any existing neck attachments and pull off the arms. Remove the vinyl torso cover and firmly pull out the torso piece. I recommend you take off any clothing from the body first, as it does make it more difficult to hold on to. I will be honest, I did struggle to get the torso piece to join onto the OB24 body. The clothing hid the fact that the vinyl abdomen piece had pushed up further than it usually is, and trying to do it without resting my hand on the table made it more difficult too. I found that the articulated pieces in the abdomen were looser than the other body, which also made aligning the two pieces difficult. I decided to try shaving off a little plastic from the edge of the opening here, to make it a little easier to seat the peg into the hole. I I only removed a very thin sliver of plastic. I ended up rolling the neck of the vinyl piece back on itself to better see the peg, and once I actually stabilised my hands on the desk, I found that it connected immediately. It would also be possible to widen the hole slightly with a rolled up piece of sandpaper. If you do this though, you run the risk of the connection being too loose and having the legs fall off. I can now reattach the vinyl torso covering and arms. I have a cap here with the screw already installed, which I will attach now. I reattach the wider neck collar and install the GSC head once more. This time, I will install the screws and attach her scalp as well. The hair can account for a large part of the weight of the head, so you may find the firmness of the joint feels different with short hair or long hair. My dear forest deer has long heavy hair, but her neck joint still holds steady. If, like me, you are frustrated by dolls with loose floppy heads, I think you will be happy with our Obitsu neck adapter. Thanks so much to all my patrons for their support and patience during our development process. You'll find a link in the description box below to the shop where you can buy these neck adapters. Worldwide shipping is available, and both the original and wider neck joints will be available bundled together with the neck adapter. Again, please check that your doll head will be compatible before purchasing, and understand that opening and customizing your doll should be done by an adult and is done at your own risk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye!